Ignition sequence starts. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor. I wanted to start this video off with something from a guy I don't think has sent me anything before, Andy Cross, at CrossA75. And if that means he was born in 75, then he was born a year after myself. I was born in 74. But he sent me this. Nike files trademark application in the US for crypto kicks. Now, you want adoption, this is adoption. When you see Nike getting into crypto, you better believe adoption is on the way. This screams pop culture adoption of crypto. Nike has filed a trademark application for the phrase crypto kicks. A document filed with the U.S. Patent and Trademark Office in April 19 shows the footwear giant's application describes offering crypto wallets and downloadable mobile applications for providing access to crypto collectibles, crypto art, application tokens, as well as operating an online marketplace for featuring footwear and clothing. Its document also sets out plans for providing a digital currency or digital token for use by members of an online community and enabling transactions to be completed using, quote, unconventional currency systems. This appears to be a filing for a brand of cryptocurrency. This is a trademark. This is trademark speak for this is a cryptocurrency called Crypto Kicks. Well, that's huge, folks. But I think that pretty much tells you a lot right there. Next, from Brian Melancholy XRP at Mike Honcho _11 sent me this. Now this is big right here too. This was a tweet from Ripple today. And if you don't think this is Ripple sending a message to Facebook, you might want to think again. How can Facebook scale in emerging markets and shift its monetization strategy by tapping blockchain for payments? And they link to an article that was written by none other than Ashish Birla, who works for Ripple. Can blockchain and privacy save Facebook? So the whole article is Ashish Birla giving Facebook on advice on how they can get into blockchain and privacy save. The privacy part, I'm assuming, I mean, if you think about this, a big part of the problem that Facebook has had over the last couple of years has been people being concerned about their privacy and what Facebook shares and all of this. Well, if you can imagine this being on the blockchain, I would imagine it would be a complete game changer, not just for Facebook, but for a lot of these social media companies. YouTube, in my opinion, is one of the ones that could really benefit, but they better hurry and adopt blockchain and somehow create something that's more decentralized, where they don't control everybody's information or whether a channel lives and dies and this type of thing. But I believe this is a shout out to Facebook from Ripple, because Ripple tweeted it and then the article is written by Ashish Birla. You have to wonder. Then from Ripple Red at Blockchain 79, so much good news, and she's right. Now I talked about this yesterday. Yelp they've added, but she sent me an article where it shows a graphic of what they've added. Yelp accepts cryptocurrency tag, could be a win for mass adoption. You better believe it. If you go and basically they've created an option now when people are searching for places to buy things on Yelp. There's a section where you can click a box that says accepts cryptocurrency. So this morning I showed you that Craigslist is doing this, and now Yelp is doing the same thing. That's big. Let me see if I can get rid of that. Okay. And then Darth Ripple sent me this. Ripple will be the Cisco systems for the Internet of Value. We're the early adopters. Compare it with the early days of the Internet. Ripple and their XRP will play a leading role. And he tweeted me this, which is a blog. Now, This is on the XRP community blog, and you can go to xrpcommunity.blog to read this one. It's called Ripple will be the Cisco systems for the Internet of Value. And this is from Agent Brakulu, retired network guru, disgraced astronaut, party promoter, musician, DJ, and XRP investor. I'm not going to go through this whole thing, but it is a fascinating article, and you should. I've read through it, but I wanted to show you what they're basically doing is they're making the comparison between Cisco, which is a company when the internet came about that helped to network the entire internet using the TCP/IP. They talk about it here at the end, but Cisco systems actually helped to network the entire internet across the world, and that was the internet of information. And now we're dealing with the internet of value. And what they're saying is that Ripple is helping to, and XRP is helping to network the internet of value. And so they were making this comparison. So what's the point of this post? We currently have a multitude of digital assets. This is analogous with the numerous network protocols and standards we had in the 1980s. We now all use one network protocol, TCP/IP. Only one is required. Using only one makes complete sense. Personally, I believe the same applies to digital assets, and I believe eventually only one will be used for payments. And personally, I suspect also as a store of wealth, though agreed this may be many years into the future. Interledger and XRP are the front runners to be TCP/IP equivalent in the world of fintech. And then I wanted to show you this down here. Ripple versus Cisco comparisons. Cisco and TCP/IP are independent of each other, just like Ripple and XRP Ledger. Cisco had a large amount of input into the IETF standards, but this was because they had the most experts and led the technological field. But IETF contributions were always welcomed by anyone with valid input and knowledge. The same applies today with XRP and the Interledger. Cisco does not own the TCP/IP standard in the same way Ripple does not own the XRP ledger. So anyway, lastly, they say, I watched the Internet of Information explode back then, Cisco and TCP/IP, and I truly believe we are seeing it happen again now. Only this time around, it's the Internet of Value with Ripple and XRP. Boom, folks, that's huge. Now, in this blog, they recommend that you all go watch this TED Talks, How the Blockchain is Changing Money and Business, and you need to go watch this. I believe I've watched it before, but I'm going to go back and look at it again to make sure that I did see it. Next, this is from Ran Nooner. You still think crypto may go away? We are just getting started. Venture capital firms set to invest $1 billion into crypto. Now this is Mark Andreessen right here. They're talking about Andreessen Horowitz. I went and read through this article, and I didn't really understand exactly what part of crypto they were going to invest in. They said more or less the technologies behind Bitcoin and Ethereum or whatever, but I don't know if that meant that they were going to invest directly into those, or I'm not sure. But I can tell you this, Mark Andreessen, the founder of Netscape, remember, he is one of the partners at Andreessen Horowitz, and they are an investor in Ripple. As I keep telling you, under every financial rock in blockchain, you will find Ripple. Okay, next, I wanted to show you this. I was watching Bob Way. I don't know if they're still doing it, but this is Brad Combs. If you haven't subscribed to his channel, he's on YouTube. Brad Combs, K-I-M-E-S. Go give him a subscribe. And he did a live stream with Bob Way, who's the previous employee of Ripple. Now, Bob Way said a lot of interesting things in the stream, but one that caught my attention was this. He was there when Ripple had, I think he was one of Ripple's first 10 employees, but he was there, I think he said, when Marcus Treacher was there. And Marcus Treacher came on board, I think he said, when there was about 50 employees. And he said, just to put things in perspective, to let you know the kind of pull that Ripple has and the kind of people that they are attracting. And there's got to be a reason. This isn't happening out of nowhere. These people all must know something. That's me talking, not Bob Way. Marcus Treacher, he was an executive at HSBC. He's got 30 years experience in the banking system. He served as a board member of the global board of SWIFT from 2010 to 2016. What Bob Way said about this guy that blew him away when he worked at Ripple, he said that this guy was adjusting to being at Ripple with 50 total employees because this guy, Marcus Treacher, had 10,000 people reporting to him. I'm assuming he didn't mention the bank name, but I think I'm assuming it's when he was at HSBC. Had 10,000. Here's a guy that had 10,000 people reporting to him when he was at this bank. That Ripple was able to, that he was convinced enough that Ripple was going to go somewhere that he left a bank where he had 10,000 people reporting to him. That, if anything, should tell you a lot, and it tells me a lot. Okay, I was going to give I wanted to send some of you to this website. I have not mentioned this website, I don't think, on this channel, but I was looking through it. I found this on Twitter. I was looking through it, and you should all go and check it out. This person has got a lot of good information, XRP stats, XRP pioneers, what is Ripple, tools, contact, good XRP charities. This is allinxrp.com, allinxrp.com. Go check this out. It looks like every time someone posts a good video or something, it comes across here. Okay, next, this is important for you all to get. Okay, this is a warning from the people at Ledger that put out the Ledger Nano S. Warning, we've detected a malware that locally replaces the Ledger Live desktop application by a malicious one. Users of infected computers are asked to enter their 24-word recovery phrase after a fake update. Please refer to our security best practices. Okay, before you freak out, I read a little bit more down here, one of their replies. They said the malware has been so far detected on one computer, and we have no reason to believe it exists on in mobile app form. If you follow our security best practices of never entering your 24-word recovery phrase on your computer and verifying TX addresses on device, you are safe. In other words, folks, you're never going to enter your 24-word phrase on your computer. That they tell you never to do that. So if anything asks you to do that, to enter your 24-word phrases on your computer, the whole point of a Ledger Nano S is to not enter anything that would give away your secret keys on your computer, because your computer can contain malware and it can contain keystroke software that hackers use to try to find out what you're typing. So the lesson here is do not enter your 24-word key phrase ever on your computer, period. But I wanted to give you this, make sure you get this warning. See, but that's what this should do, is reinforce how important it is to get a ledger. Because the reason that the ledger is so important is that it allows you to input the words and input your PIN on the device itself. These hackers, they try to install software on your computer which will record your keystrokes on your computer, but it cannot record what you're doing on the hard device. That's the whole point. Okay, next from crypto at HOC_crypto sent this. This is from the XRP Daily. This is Alex Cobb's website, I believe. TheXRPDaily.com. Go check it out. Naveen Gupta announces the launch of SABB remittance corridor to India. Launch of SABB's remittance corridor to India at FSC 2019 by Majed Najam. Customers can enjoy the benefit of Ripple's blockchain tech, delivering transparent and real-time payments from KSA to India. And it says here, the Saudi British Bank is a Riyadh-based Saudi joint stock company in which British banking firm HSBC Holdings PLC owns a majority stake. Saab is one of the 5 largest Saudi banks by deposits. And then it's, let's see, on February 14th, 2018, Ripple had posted an article entitled Ripple and Saudi Arabian Monetary Authority offer pilot program for Saudi banks. And now you're beginning to see these guys go live, folks. Huge. All right. And then from Crypto Utility Guy, which digital asset do you think will go up in price over the next few weeks and months? Well, I will give you a clue. Here are the ones chosen by a professional fund. Now remember, folks, this is Grayscale. Grayscale is owned by the Digital Currency Group. Digital Currency Group is run by Barry Silbert, who is the CEO. The Digital Currency Group is one of the biggest investors in blockchain, probably the biggest. They have their hand in every company that you can name in blockchain, including Ripple, Bitstamp, all these companies. And so these are their digital asset trusts that they have created. And I know for a fact, just looking down the list, I know Barry Silbert, he doesn't ever mention XRP, but I think there's a reason behind that. But his company is invested in Ripple. Now, all of these digital assets, I've seen him on Twitter say that he invests in. I don't know if he means personally or through his company. You can go to Grayscale's website and you can see all the digital assets that they're individually invested in. But these are the ones that they have put trusts together on. Another thing I will mention is a while back we saw that they were filming a digital asset commercial, and I think it may have been in the streets of New York is what it looked like. Those commercials could be starting anytime now. They may have already started for all I know, but I believe they're going to start them in conjunction with some of these companies like Bakkt coming in. I'm the digital asset investor. I'm not an investment advisor. This is for entertainment purposes only. Please subscribe and hit the like button, and tell your friends and family to not just subscribe and hit the like button, but also click the little bell so that you're notified when the digital asset investor posts a new video. Thank you for listening.